This is why you're always tired. You're not lazy, you're not weak, and you're probably not even sleep deprived, but you are tired. And not the kind of tired that a nap fixes. It's the kind of tired that sits behind your eyes, the kind that makes simple tasks feel heavy, the kind that makes you feel like you're always running slightly below your potential. And it doesn't make sense. You slept, you didn't do manual labor, you didn't run a marathon. So why does everything feel like effort? Here's the truth most people miss. You're not physically exhausted, you're cognitively overloaded, your brain is tired, and mental fatigue feels almost identical to physical fatigue. But the cause is different. Let's break this down clearly. Your brain runs on attention. Attention is energy. Every time you switch tasks, every time you check your phone, every time you compare yourself to someone else, every time you worry about the future, you burn energy, not calories, cognitive energy. And modern life drains cognitive energy faster than any previous era in history. Think about your average day. You wake up, notifications, messages, emails, news, short videos. Within minutes, your brain is processing other people's opinions, other people's lives, other people's urgency. Your nervous system is activated before your feet even hit the floor. That activation costs energy. Then you move into work, tabs open, conversations happening, background noise, multiple inputs at once. Your brain is constantly switching context, and here's what most people don't realize. Context switching is expensive. Every time you shift from one task to another, your brain has to reorient, recalculate, reload. It's like reopening a program on a computer, and that reload takes energy. When you do that dozens of times per hour, your energy drains faster than you notice. But that's only part of it. There's another layer. Decision fatigue. You make more decisions in a single day than your ancestors made in a week. What to wear, what to eat, what to respond to, what to click, what to ignore, what to prioritize, what to postpone. Each decision, even small ones, costs mental energy, and when you don't consciously reduce decisions, they accumulate. By mid-afternoon, your brain feels foggy, not because you worked too hard, but because you decided too much. Now let's go deeper. There's a difference between stimulation and restoration. Most of what you consume feels stimulating. It feels engaging. It feels active. But stimulation is not rest. Scrolling is not rest. Watching short videos is not rest. Arguing online is not rest. Even passive consumption keeps your brain active. Your eyes are moving, your mind is processing, your nervous system is reacting. True rest is when your brain is not processing new information, when it is not evaluating, not comparing, not reacting. But when was the last time you gave your brain that space? Most people go from stimulation to stimulation, phone, work, music, podcast, TV, phone again. There's almost no silence, and without silence, your brain never resets. It just continues operating in a slightly drained state, and when that state becomes your baseline, you forget what clarity feels like. Now add emotional load. You don't just process information, you process pressure. Am I doing enough? Am I moving fast enough? Am I behind? What if I fail? What if I choose wrong? Those thoughts are not neutral, they consume bandwidth. Worry is a background application running constantly. Even when you're not actively thinking about it, it drains energy. So by the end of the day, you're tired. But not from effort, from fragmentation, from switching, from reacting, from comparing, from deciding, from worrying. And here's the part that makes it worse. When you feel tired, you reach for stimulation. You grab your phone, you scroll, you distract because your brain wants relief. But the relief you choose is more stimulation, which prevents recovery. So the cycle continues: stimulate, drain, until you start believing something is wrong with you, but nothing is wrong with you. Your environment is demanding more cognitive energy than you're restoring. Now here's something important. There are 3 types of tired: physical tired, emotional tired, cognitive tired. Physical tired feels heavy in the body. Emotional tired feels heavy in the chest. Cognitive tired feels foggy in the head. Most people today are cognitively tired, and they try to fix it with sleep alone. Sleep helps, but sleep does not undo constant stimulation. Your brain also needs stillness while awake, moments where it is not being fed input. Think about when you feel most clear. It's usually after a long walk, a workout, a shower, time in nature. Why? Because those are moments where input decreases. Your brain shifts from reacting to processing. Processing is restorative, reacting is draining. And modern life is built around reaction. Notifications are reactions, feeds are reactions, deadlines are reactions, messages are reactions. You are almost never in proactive mode. And when you live in reaction mode long enough, fatigue becomes chronic. Now let's talk about another layer, sleep quality. Even if you sleep 8 hours, if your brain is overstimulated at night, your sleep depth decreases. Scrolling before bed spikes dopamine. Dopamine delays melatonin. Melatonin regulates sleep cycles. So even if you're unconscious, your brain doesn't fully drop into deep restoration. You wake up technically rested, but neurologically under-recovered, and that compounds over time. Now here's the good news. This type of tired is reversible, but not through hustle, not through caffeine, not through forcing productivity, through reduction of inputs, reduction of switching, reduction of unnecessary decisions, reduction of comparison. Energy increases when friction decreases, not when pressure increases. So what do? First, protect your mornings. The first hour after waking sets your nervous system baseline. No phone, no feeds, no external urgency. Let your brain warm up slowly. Second, batch decisions. Eat similar meals. Wear simple clothing. Schedule blocks of work. Reduce daily micro choices. Third, create input-free time. Walk without headphones. Sit without a screen. Drive without audio sometimes. Let your mind wander. That wandering is recovery. Fourth, single task, one window, one goal, one focus, even if it's just for 25 minutes. That reduces switching fatigue. Fifth, close your day intentionally. No intense stimulation 60 minutes before sleep. Lower lights, lower input. Signal safety to your nervous system. These are small shifts, but small shifts restore energy over weeks. Now here's the deeper layer. When you feel constantly tired, your ambition starts shrinking. You stop aiming big because you don't feel capable. You lower expectations because energy feels scarce. And that's dangerous because it's not your potential that's low, it's your cognitive fuel. And when fuel returns, ambition expands again. You are not less capable than you were 5 years ago. You are just more overloaded. And overload feels like decline, but it's not decline, it's saturation. Clear the saturation and clarity returns. Now connect this to your life direction. If you want to build something meaningful, income, skill, business, body, confidence, you need consistent energy, not bursts, not hype, consistency. And consistency requires sustainable cognitive bandwidth, which means you must treat attention like a resource. Because it is. Energy follows attention, and attention follows environment. So redesign environment, don't attack yourself. Most people try to solve tiredness by becoming more disciplined. But discipline without recovery leads to burnout. And burnout feels like permanent tiredness. You don't need more force, you need more structure. Structure reduces decisions. Structure reduces switching. Structure reduces comparison. And when structure increases, energy stabilizes. That's why clarity changes everything. When you know what you're building, when you know your direction, when you know your next step, you waste less energy questioning, you waste less energy doubting, you waste less energy comparing, and that alone increases stamina. This is exactly why I emphasize building with structure. Because when your path is defined, your energy becomes focused, and focused energy feels powerful. Scattered energy feels exhausting. You are not lazy, you are not weak, you are not broken, you are cognitively overloaded. Reduce the load, protect your attention, design your environment, and your energy will return, not overnight, but steadily. And when your energy returns, so does your confidence, so does your drive, so does your belief in what's possible. If you want a clear structure for redirecting your attention and building with intention, that's exactly why I created the exit map. Not to hype you, not to rush you, but to give direction to your recovered energy. Because once the fog lifts, you need a path to walk. And when energy meets direction, momentum starts